And good afternoon. Welcome to Kinsman Civic Memorial Stadium, Oshawa, Ontario, for this bronze medal game here at the 2019 Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Brian Oliver along with Scott Cherwadi here for this bronze medal game between Prince Edward Island and Manitoba. Both teams were in the semifinals this morning. Games at 11:30 Eastern Time, and both teams unfortunately coming out on the short end of the scoreboard. Prince Edward Island took on British Columbia, and they had an early lead in that game, but they ended up losing it 3-2. They did have the tying run on third base in the last inning, but British Columbia held on to win that game 3-2. British Columbia advancing with that victory to the gold medal game tonight against Ontario. Speaking of Ontario, that was the team taking on Manitoba a short time ago here at Kinsman Stadium, and in that game Manitoba had an early 1-0 lead, but Ontario came roaring back and won it by a score of 5-1. So Ontario and British Columbia will meet for the gold medal tonight at 6:30 Eastern Time, and the losers of the semifinal games are here to play for the bronze medal, PEI and Manitoba. Both teams were in the same grouping in the round robin, so they did have one game against each other. That was back on Thursday, with Manitoba winning that game over PEI in extra innings 6-5. And because of that result, in this game, Manitoba, because of that victory, they are the home team in this game. So they will defend first. Prince Edward Island will bat first here at Kinsman Stadium. So let's bring in Scott Cherwadi in just a moment here to assess what we're going to be looking at right now. Two very strong teams who have had a great tournament, both 4-1 in the round robin and making it to the semifinals, but a chance to go home with the medal here for one of these teams.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it's really a big event for these kids to come here. You've been here for four days, and you want to leave with a victory. That's what any team would want to do. So we're really looking forward to a good game. They had an extra inning game in the preliminary rounds, and I'm expecting nothing but a great game here. We've got beautiful weather, two good teams, quality teams, and we'll see from there. But again, come out of the chute on fire. That's the whole key here. We've seen the teams that have scored in the first inning have won a lot of the games, if not almost all of them. So let's see how Manitoba handles this, as well as PEI.
Absolutely. The Prince Edward Island team, I've been really impressed with them all weekend. They've been really swinging the hot bats. Now, they only did get the 2 runs against BC this morning, but I think they've scored 50 runs in their games so far this weekend. They've been very strong at the plate, and that'll be a challenge for Manitoba as they come out and will send Nolan Chasko as their starting pitcher. The right-hander will take the mound to start this game. Temperature 22 degrees Celsius here at Kinsman Stadium. Feels like 26, so it's a beautiful afternoon, a nice sunny sky, a little bit breezy. The wind is blowing out to left field, so balls hit to the outfield will carry strongly to left field. We saw that in the semifinal game this morning in the game between Manitoba and Ontario.
We certainly did. It didn't really come into play too much in the way the game went, but the wind is blowing a little stronger at this time right now than it was this morning in the semifinals. So we're ready to start here, Brian.
So again, Nolan Chasko is the pitcher for Manitoba. He will be caught by number 22, Reed Dick. The leadoff hitter is Owen Lynch for Prince Edward Island. The center fielder fouls that away for strike 1. Prince Edward Island in their green jerseys with the white numbers, and Manitoba, the home team, in their black and white jerseys. They have a white horizontal stripe across the jersey as strike 2 is tossed in there by Nolan Chasko. 0-2 to Owen Lynch.
What?
Here's the 0-2 pitch, taken for strike 3. Owen Lynch is gone on strikes, 1 away.
Hung that curveball right. Chasko just dropped that curveball in there, and Lynch looked like totally baffled or what was going on there, but unfortunately, it is to start the game off of a strikeout.
I think he looked at the scoreboard. It said 1 ball and 1 strike. He thought maybe there was only 1 strike on him.
I was looking at the scoreboard too, but as a batter, you need to know what you got.
That's right, and he fouled off the first pitch. He took strike 2, so the count was 0-2, and then he took strike 3. So 1 away. The batter is Jacob Dunn, shortstop, number 38 for Prince Edward Island. Comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Chasko throws in a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chasko seems to be ready for this game. He's pumped up. His pitches are getting right in there.
There's another one that dances over the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And home plate umpire Bob Blake seems to like the curveball because he's right on the same page with him.
That ball's in play to Jonah Norman at second. He'll throw over to first. It's low, and it's dropped at first base. So Jonah Norman is not able to get a very speedy Jacob Dunn. It's a base runner for PEI. Not sure if that'll be scored a hit or an error. Might be an error.
I'm going to say an error because it bounced. It bounced from the Norman to the first baseman there for Manitoba.
Okay, so it's a runner at first, 1 away here for PEI, top of the first, and we've seen what PEI can do when given second chances in this tournament. The batter is Luke Coughlin. He is the first baseman this afternoon for PEI. He bats from the left side. Count is 1-0. That is popped up to the left side, might be playable. It's in foul territory, and it's just out of the reach of Dylan Thiessen. Not able to get to it. The ball drops for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's look at the Manitoba defense. Zach Erb is the first baseman. Jonah Norman at second base. Cedric Lagacé is at short, and Ethan Giesbrecht is the third baseman. Dylan Thiessen in left, Connor Geeky in center, Caden Siwak in right. Pitch is low. It'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Manitoba going with the EH, the extra hitter, and that is Cody Gunderson. So Coughlin is back in. The base runner is Jacob Dunn at first. Reached on an error. That ball is in play. It goes to the third baseman. They're going to go to second for 1, and that is all they will get. It's a fielder's choice. Coughlin is on, and Jacob Dunn is forced out at second base.
Nice play to come in and get the ball there from third baseman there for Manitoba. Giesbrecht came in nicely and got that ball and threw a strike over to Norman. He tried to get him at first base as well, but it wasn't really close to that there.
So PEI's extra hitter, or EH, is Cody McCormick, and he will look at strike 1 from Nolan Chastko. He's the cleanup hitter. Runner at first, 2 away here for PEI in the top of the first. That ball is fouled. So it's 0-2, quickly ahead here, Nolan Chastko. Right-hander for Manitoba, as both teams looking to go home here with the bronze medal at the Ray Carter Cup. But only one of them will, of course. Time is called at the plate.
Time's been called. Got guys trying to steal still. Time. Got to be nice and loud out there, Blue. Nice and loud, Mr. Umpires.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. The runner was going with the pitch. Blocked nicely by Reed Dick, the Manitoba catcher, but no chance at all to throw out the base runner, Luke Coughlin. He's in with a stolen base and now in scoring position with 2 out.
Yeah, slow curveball there by our pitcher here.
Nolan Chastko.
Nolan Chastko. Slow curve and another slow
There's another
curve.
one.
And
that gets away from the catcher, Reed Dick. And wild pitch will move Coughlin over to third base. So now all of a sudden, Coughlin is only 90 or 80 feet away from home. The bases are only 80 feet apart here at this championship, not 90.
Chasko's got to get that curveball back working for him.
That pitch, fastball, is fouled away, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it needs the curveball back because if the fastball, he's going to rely on the fastball. I think PEI will be, from what I've seen in the tournament, they're going to hit him hard. So he needs to drop that in there.
Here's the 2-2. That is hit up the middle. It's a base hit. It's an RBI for Cody McCormick. Prince Edward Island on the board here as Luke Coughlin comes in easily from third. 1-0 PEI.
Shows you how funny the game is. Set up by a fielder's choice with 2 wild pitches, and then a single actually drives in the run. So you can't give teams extra bases. It's going to come back to haunt you.
So Prince Edward Island on the board here. 1 run in, 2 away with a runner at first base, and the batter is Caden Doyle, and that's strike 1. The right fielder wearing jersey number 93 for Prince Edward Island. They're in their green jerseys.
It's one of 4 players from Charlottetown that's on the PEI team, along with Coughlin and Kobe Huggin and Will Morrison are both from Charlottetown. So four members of the team are from Charlottetown.
Count is a ball and a strike to Caden Doyle. Right-handed hitter is ready. He'll look at a strike. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes here. Caden Doyle, PEI with a run here and a runner on first with 2 away. 20 pitches so far for Nolan Chasko. That ball is chopped to the shortstop. They will go to second for the out, and the inning is over. The force out, Cedric Lagacé to Jonah Norman. The inning is over. It's 1 run, 1 hit. There was an error and a wild pitch, and Prince Edward Island has a 1-0 lead in this bronze medal game over Manitoba. Manitoba coming to bat. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Manitoba coming to bat, trailing by a score of 1-0. Let's look at Prince Edward Island's defense. Colby Huggin, the right-hander, will be the pitcher in this game for PEI. He'll be caught by Grayson Laporte. Luke Coughlin will play first. Chris McDougall at second. Jacob Dunn is the shortstop. Declan Campbell at third base for PEI. In the outfield, Ethan Smith in left, Owen Lynch in center, and Caden Doyle, the right fielder. And as mentioned earlier, Cody McCormick is the EH, or the extra hitter, for PEI, and he certainly did his job in the first inning with an RBI single to bring home the first run of the ball game, scoring Luke Coughlin. And that's where we are. 1-0 PEI as we go to the bottom of the first. The leadoff hitter for Manitoba will be their pitcher, number 11, Nolan Chasko.
Yeah, Chasko usually up at the top of the lineup for Manitoba throughout the tournament, and no different than here. He's got good wheels, and we got third baseman for PEI playing in. Never know if he's going to start off. We'll see if some small ball comes to play in this game today.
Colby Huggins' first pitch to Chasko is high, ball 1. Again, a very strong wind blowing out to left here at Kinsman Stadium this afternoon as that pitch drifts in for a ball 2-0. Nolan Chasko will lead off, followed by Cedric Lagacé, the shortstop, and then the center fielder, Connor Geekie. Pitch is in there for a strike, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch is in play. It'll go right to the pitcher, Colby Huggin. He'll throw over to first to record the out, and that ball bounced very nicely for him as he records the first out of the inning, and Nolan Chasko is retired. So it'll be Cedric Lagacé now. In a moment, we'll go through the umpires for today's game. We have a break here in a second. It's the second batter. Lagacé is at the plate. The ball is low and in the dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, at the plate today, doing this plate in the bronze medal game, Bob Blake. At first base is Sean Bird. Second base is Jonathan Hullett, and at third base, Brad Bierman. A few of the boys have been, the gentlemen there have been doing games throughout the weekend. I believe this is Bob Blake's first game that I've seen him at, so I'm not sure if he did some of the other parks and stuff, but he's the guy behind the dish today.
Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Lagacé, and he will take that pitch as comes in for a strike from Colby Huggin. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the second batter of the game here for Manitoba. They're trailing 1-0. Pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Prince Edward Island with an unearned run in the top half of the first to take an early lead in the bronze medal game here at the Ray Carter Cup. That pitch is in there for a strike, and Lagacé is retired. 2 up, 2 down, and that will bring up Connor Geekie, the center fielder.
For you Oshawa fans out there that are playing Quebec currently over at Clarington Fields, after 4 innings there, Quebec's leading Oshawa 2-0.
That is the 5th place, 6th place game going on right now at Clarington. First pitch from Huggan to Geekie is low, ball 1. Geekie was Manitoba's player of the game in the semifinal this morning. Actually ended early this afternoon against Ontario. There's a pitch inside, 2-0.
Yeah, Geekie had a great game. He got on base. He hit the ball hard. Even when he got out, he hit the ball hard. But he had a great game for Manitoba in the to get to this. And that is crushed to center field.
Giving chase is center fielder Owen Lynch. He's not going to get there. Geekie is going to go around second, and he's turning it on for third. He's going for third. In fact, he's going to try and score. Here comes Geekie, and he's got it. It's an inside the park home run for Manitoba. That's the first home run we've seen here in the tournament at Kinsman Stadium. And it's a tie game, 1-1, as you said, Scott. Connor Geekie just hammered that ball, and the wind is blowing out to the outfield. Owen Lynch could not get to it, and Geekie has major league speed, and he came around to score.
No, hey, nothing different than this previous game that he played in. Just, unbelievable stretch he's on right now because he's just hammering the ball, which means he's just seeing the ball well, and he's swinging well, and that's always good when you're in a ball game.
The next batter is Cody Gunderson, the EH, the extra hitter. This one is playable certainly for Owen Lynch in center field. He's got it to record the 3rd out of the inning, and Manitoba is retired. But it's a run on an inside the park home run from Connor Geekie to tie the game at 1. We've played 1 inning here at Kinsman Stadium in a 1-1 bronze medal game between PEI and Manitoba. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. About to go to the second inning here at Kinsman Stadium. Bronze medal action between Manitoba and Prince Edward Island. The Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships are sponsored by MLB, Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays, Baseball Canada, Dairy Queen, Kahunaverse Sports Group, Rawlings, Mizuno, SportsCanada.TV, Durham College, Residence Conference Centers, GCBS Group of Companies, Play It Again Sports, TorontoCharters.com, and MyCore Insurance. So it's the top of the second now. PEI coming to the plate. It'll be Ethan Smith, the left fielder, in a 1-1 ball game. An RBI single for PEI in the first by Cody McCormick, and an inside the park home run by Manitoba's Connor Geekie in the bottom half. And that's what your score looks like at this point. 1-1 as we go to the second. Pitch is low from Nolan Chasko, starting pitcher for Manitoba, as PEI looks to try and regain the lead here. Strike taken by Ethan Smith, 1-1. Coming up later tonight, it'll be the gold medal game here at Kinsman Stadium, as that is fouled at the plate by Ethan Smith. 1-2 now the count. At 6:30 Eastern Time, it'll be British Columbia against Ontario for the gold medal. 6:30 Eastern, and that's 3:30 Pacific Time for viewers in BC. The 1-2 pitch just missing, 2-2.
Yeah, just up. Broke late. Broke around the plate, as they like to say, as opposed to crossing the plate. So Nice try by Gaskell, though. Chasko.
That pitch just missing as well. Count runs full as Chasko hoping to get that strikeout. Didn't get it. 3-2 is the count.
That one was a lot closer.
Ethan Smith will look at that one, and that's strike 3. And that is the first strikeout of the ball game for Nolan Chasko, one away here in the top of the second.
Well, Chasko's all around the plate, so even though we gave up an early run in the first inning, it really wasn't his fault. That run was all set up by an early error by Manitoba. So
the batter is Chris McDougall, second baseman, hitting it to the right side. It's foul. Count is 0-1. Number 46 will come jogging back to the plate, and will get the bat back from Reed Dick, the catcher for Manitoba. Nice courtesy and sportsmanship there by the Manitoba catcher. Count is 0-1 to Chris McDougall. Swings and misses at a strike or a ball that just got away from him. It took some speed off of it. Chasko did there. Count is 0-2.
He's mixing the speeds up well so far in the game. So if he stays at that, it's going to be it'll be tough for PEI to get much more off him.
There it is again.
Yeah.
Strike 3, and 2 away now here in the top of the second for PEI, and that is actually the third strikeout of the ball game now for Nolan Chasko. He had 1 in the first, and he has struck out the first 2 batters here in the second inning, and that brings up Grayson Laporte. He's the catcher for PEI in this ball game, and he looks at ball 1. That pitch is in there for a strike. A ball and a strike now to Grayson Laporte. Manitoba and Prince Edward Island here battling for the bronze medal at the 2019 Ray Carter Cup Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships. That ball is away and low, 2-1. Neither of these teams medaled last year. Ontario was the gold medal winner last year. Saskatchewan, silver, and British Columbia was the bronze medal winner last year. That ball is popped up and out of play, 2-2.
Chasko, definitely a pitcher that he's all ready to roll. He gets the ball back and he's ready to get the next pitch there going. So not much time in between pitches.
That ball is hit to the right side, and it's second baseman Jonah Norman going for it. He's got it, and the inning is over. So it's 3 up, 3 down for PEI here in the second inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We've played an inning and a half in a 1-1 ball game in the bronze medal game at the Ray Carter Cup. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Bottom of the second inning coming up here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, Ontario. Brian Oliver with Scott Cherwadi. This is the bronze medal game of the Ray Carter Cup 2019 edition. Manitoba, PEI tied at 1. Each team with 1 run on 1 hit so far in the ball game. Manitoba's run was an inside the park home run by Connor Geekie. And the leadoff hitter here for Manitoba in the bottom of the second in just a moment will be their first baseman, Zachary Erb.
Yeah, Geekie really hit that ball hard, and if you're trying to, fans who are not familiar with Kinsman and watching on TV and wonder how inside the park's possible, well, he hit the ball to the 400 sign. And it traveled in the air probably 380 feet and then rolled a little bit and was right on the warning track. So he crushed that ball, and again, he carried that over from the last game.
So Erb is ready to go, and Colby Huggan, starting pitcher for PEI, throws a strike. It's 0-1 to Zach Erb. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Manitoba here in the bottom of the second. Huggins' pitch is off speed and misses. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, Huggin can bring it when he needs to bring it too. So he's been mixing around pitches as well. Both Jasko and Huggin have been using a few of their pitches, which is good to see.
That pitch is lifted to center field. Should be playable for Owen Lynch. He's drifting back. The wind is blowing it, and it carries just a bit away from him, but he hauls it in for the out. So 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ethan Giesbrick.
Just what we talked about earlier in the game when we said the wind's blowing right to left. That ball started out just over second base and ended up about 15, 20 feet to the left of second base. So the wind can have a factor, as we can see later on in this game.
Colby Huggins' first pitch to Ethan Giesbrick misses for ball 1. Colby Huggins threw 14 pitches in the first inning. Pretty economical pitching performance there as he gets a strike on Giesbrick, and the count is a ball and 1 strike. 20 pitches now. That ball is lifted to left field. Ethan Smith is under it, and he's got it. So that's the second out of the inning as Giesbrick flies out to left field, and that'll bring up Caden Siwak, the right fielder. He bats from the right side, jersey number 17. Again, Manitoba in the black jerseys with the white horizontal stripe and gold trim. As that pitch is in there for a strike from Colby Huggin. PEI, the visiting team in this game, in their green jerseys with the white numbers. That pitch just missing from Colby Huggin. A ball and a strike.
Siwak in the previous game there to see who goes for the gold medal game. Siwak
that's hammered to the center field. Owen Lynch is there, and he's got it. So 3 fly ball outs here for Manitoba in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We've played 2 in the bronze medal game. PEI and Manitoba tied at 1. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Going to the third inning here at Kinsman Stadium, Oshawa, Ontario. Brian Oliver, Scott Cherwadi, bringing you this bronze medal game of the Ray Carter Cup 2019. Manitoba against PEI. We're in a 1-1 deadlock as we go to the third inning. The 5th place, 6th place game underway right now at Clarington Field, about 20 minutes east of us here in Oshawa. Clarington just east of Oshawa, and that game is in the 5th inning. Quebec leading the host Oshawa Legionnaires by a score of 3-0. This is the bronze medal game, and there will be one more game to play after this one, and it's the big one, the gold medal game. It will feature British Columbia and Ontario. That game scheduled to start at 6:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific, here on SportsCanada.TV. So we go to the top of the third. PEI, the visiting team, in their green jerseys. And it's Declan Campbell. Declan Campbell, third base in this game for PEI, and takes a ball from Nolan Chasko. Chasko at 35 pitches through 2 innings. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Declan Campbell. This will be the 9 hitter, the 10 hitter, and then it will turn over the lineup to the leadoff hitter, Owen Lynch. That ball is sprayed to the right side, and no chance for a play there as it goes foul, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes now to Declan Campbell.
The good thing here too, the pitchers have been obviously told go and give it all you got left after this busy weekend they've had, because you're not holding anything back. There's nothing to save for, and as soon as we use you, we're going to go to the next guy and the next guy and the next guy to do the best we can. Looked like strike 3 there.
Check swing, and yes, they rule that he did go around on it, so it's a strikeout for Nolan Chasko. That is strikeout number 4 in the ball game.
Chasko's got a really deliberate, kind of a slow curve, and it looks so good coming in.
Colby Huggan puts that ball in play to the shortstop. They'll fire over to first, and not in time as Cedric Lagacé took that ball, and he was not able to get Colby Huggan as he raced down the first base line. He's got an infield single, and that is the second hit of the game for PEI. With 1 away here, that'll turn it over to the top of the lineup for Owen Lynch.
Yeah, that was a tough play. It was a slow, not a hard hit ball, but it was right in that area, just between the third baseman and the shortstop, and Huggan beat that out going down the line.
First pitch now to Owen Lynch is low for ball 1. Owen Lynch 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out looking to lead off the game back in the first inning. We're in the top of the third in a 1-1 game. That pitch misses for ball 2. 2-0 to Owen Lynch. Colby Huggan, the base runner for PEI at first base. He has some speed. We'll keep an eye on him. Doesn't have a big lead as that pitch is swung at and missed by Owen Lynch. 2-1.
Yeah, he should get a little bit more off of there. Just not even if he's stealing, he should get a bit more of a lead. Right-hander up there, a lot easier to get a bigger lead.
That pitch misses low and away.
Or
count is 3-1 now to Owen Lynch.
Sorry, or at least get a good secondary lead. Not doing either right now, unfortunately.
That's fouled back. Count runs full to Owen Lynch. Prince Edward Island 1, Manitoba 1. Top of the third. A bronze medal game here at the Ray Carter Cup. Signals coming down from the third base coach, and Owen Lynch is back in. Runner does not go. The pitch is taken for strike 3, and that's the second strikeout for Owen Lynch. He's struck out twice looking, and that's strikeout number 5 for Nolan Chasko. 2 away.
Unfortunately, both third strike calls on Lynch. He thought he was getting a walk because he was about to throw his bat away again, and unfortunately it wasn't for him.
Jacob Dunn hits that ball hard to center field, and it is just out of the outstretched glove of Connor Geekie. He can't get it. He's going to throw it into the home. Here, we're going to have a play at the plate, and safe at home, coming all the way around, is Colby Huggan. That ball was almost caught by Connor Geekie in the outfield, but it got into the wind, and he just missed it. And on third base with a triple is Jacob Dunn.
Oh, well hit ball. Geekie almost came down with a great catch. He started to turn around and run. He almost caught it over his shoulder there, which would have been an excellent catch. Got his glove on it and got it in as quick as he could, and that allowed Dunn to get to third base.
Probably scored a double and then taking third on the throw.
Yes, totally agree.
Luke Coughlin now the batter. He scored a run. He scored the first run of the game for Prince Edward Island. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. So it's 2-1 PEI now here in the third inning. That ball is in play. It's a chopper.
Tough play.
Tough play for the second baseman, and no chance at all for second baseman Jonah Norman as it just was rolling too slow. That's an infield hit and an RBI single for Luke Coughlin as Jacob Dunn comes in with the third run. It's 3-1 PEI.
Yeah, it was just a slow high bounce, slow dribbler, and really second baseman Jonah Norman, sorry. Jonah Norman does just everything he could to get to it, and he couldn't get anything on it, and the runner, Coughlin, was already past first base.
So 2 away, And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Cody McCormick. He's 1 for 1 in the game. He singled and knocked in the first run of the game for PEI. Back in the first, that pitch is popped up and out of play. And
Ooh.
wow, that was really close to us.
That was really close. I could have made the play on that one, but I didn't. It was pretty close there. No one got hurt, though. Everyone was good. But that was about 5, maybe 10 feet away from us.
Yep. Runner goes, pitch is low.
Ooh.
Throw down to second is very high. It's a stolen base for Luke Coughlin as that ball just sailed away for Reed Dick as he threw it down to second base and no chance to get the runner. So a runner in scoring position as Prince Edward Island putting the pedal to the metal here a little bit in the third inning with 2 runs. They strike. Once they start striking, they go hard, and we've seen them score bunches of runs all tournament long as that pitch is in there for a strike. Ball and 2 strikes now to Cody McCormick.
Chasko's probably going to drop a curveball in here.
And there it is. It's low and away for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out. PEI with a runner at second here, 2 runs in on 3 hits. That ball is a base hit to center field.
We're gonna have
That's
a play
going
at the
to
plate.
score. Luke Coughlin
We're gonna have a play at
coming
the plate.
home from the plate, and it's too high. Safe at at home is Luke Coughlin. It's an RBI single for Cody McCormick, and he takes second on the throw. 4-1 PEI.
PEI definitely likes to score runs in bunches. Well, we got time here. Coach from Manitoba is coming out to have a little chat with Chasko.
That's Jamison Krentz. We'll come out and talk to the battery here and try and slow things down a little bit as Prince Edward Island has exploded for 3 runs here on the top of the third inning to take a 4-1 lead in this bronze medal game.
Probably a bit of a delay here too. Manitoba's got get someone up in the bullpen here to get going, because as I said, once you get a pitcher's in trouble or he's reached his pitch count, you're going to have the next guy ready to go, because there's no sense saving anybody because there is no tomorrow.
So RBI singles here by Jacob Dunn, Luke Coughlin, and now Cody McCormick, putting PEI out with a 4-1 lead. Nolan Chasko will now face Caden Doyle, the right fielder. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Hit into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. Pitch misses, ball 1. Again, still a runner in scoring position for PEI, and they don't slow down at all. They've been a very high-scoring team in the tournament.
Yes, they have.
That pitch is fouled away. Strike 1. A ball and a strike. Each team with a run in the first inning, and now PEI here in the top half of the third with 3 and a 4-1 lead. Caden Doyle is back in. Nolan Chasko is ready to go. And that is out and away from the plate. 2 balls and a strike.
Chasko struggled a little bit in this inning here with trying to locate that curveball. It's more of a pitch that's out of the strike zone now, where before he was actually dropping him into the strike zone.
And that one's out of the strike zone as well. 3 balls and a strike now. Chasko has a couple of strikeouts in this inning, but he's given up 4 hits. The 3-1 is low. Ball 4 as Caden Doyle goes down to first base. It's first and second now for PEI, and that will bring up Ethan Smith, number 8, the left fielder.
Pivotal time right now here as Manitoba really doesn't want to give any more runs up to PEI. They got man at first and second, 2 out, but Chasko needs to shut this down right now.
That pitch misses, ball 1, and that is pitch number 60 here for Nolan Chasko. He came into this inning with 35. He's now thrown 25 pitches in this inning. The 1-0 pitch is at the bottom of the zone for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, Chasko looks like he's not laboring, but I think he's tired, and I think that
ball is fouled left side, foul ball, 1-2 now.
I think after this inning, I wouldn't be surprised if the next inning Manitoba starts with a new pitcher.
Again, he's thrown 27 pitches in this inning here. Giving up 4 hits. That pitch, wow, just missing on the 1-2 pitch.
Yeah. That looked good. That pitch looked good. And it was getting called earlier in the game, so unfortunately not then, though.
That pitch is in play. It'll go to the shortstop, Jonah Norman. He will go to second, and just in time to get the force out at second. Very, very close as he flips it over to Cedric Lagacé to record the out. The inning is over. 3 runs on 4 hits for PEI in the top half of the third, and it's a 4-1 lead for PEI over Manitoba in the bronze medal game. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Manitoba coming to bat, trailing this bronze medal game against Prince Edward Island 4-1. Other game going on right now in the Ray Carter Cup. It's the 5th place game between Quebec and the host Oshawa Legionnaires, and that game is in the top of the 6th inning at Clarington, which is about 20 minutes east of us here. We're in downtown Oshawa, Ontario. Quebec leading Oshawa in that game now 6-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Quebec looking to take 5th place in the tournament in that 5th place game.
And rebound from earlier loss in the preliminary in the first game.
To Oshawa.
2-1 on a walk-off Oshawa on Thursday night.
So Dylan Thiessen will come up here with, it'll be the 8, 9, and 10 hitters for Manitoba. The first ball is hit into the air to right field, and Caden Doyle is under it for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Dylan Thiessen flying out to right field, 1 away.
Last 5 outs for Manitoba have been flyouts.
Yeah, a lot of balls in play and a lot of balls to the outfield. So the outfielders have been busy.
As the old adage goes, I don't care how you get them out, just get them out.
It'll be the catcher now. Reed Dick watches that bounce in. He thought about cutting on it, but checked his swing in time. 1-0 to the Manitoba catcher. Big left-handed hitter facing Colby Huggan. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
A big cut by Reed Dick there, right? As you said, he's a solid boy, good height, and looks like he's got some power.
1-1 pitch, and there it is, hitting it hard to right field. That is going to be caught.
Nice
Caden Doyle catches that, chases it down on a windy day here in Oshawa at Kinsman Stadium. So Caden Doyle making the first 2 outs in right field for PEI, 2 away, and that'll bring up Jonah Norman for his first plate appearance of the game. He's the second baseman for Manitoba in this game.
Excellent job done there, but catching that ball in right field. Got a good read on it right off the bat.
Colby Huggins' first pitch to Norman is fouled away, strike 1. The winner of this game will take home the bronze medal at the Ray Carter Cup 2019. PEI in green, Manitoba in black. That pitch is in there from Colby Huggan, strike 2.
Huggins seems to be in control. He's got good. Looks like he's got good stamina going, and very, very complacent. Not complacent, I guess. Looks very calm in his work ethic here.
Pitch misses inside, 1-2. 31 pitches so far for Huggan as we play in the bottom of the third. That's fouled away. He has retired all of the batters in the game so far except for one. The only batter to reach was Connor Geekie, who hit an inside-the-park home run in the first inning. Otherwise, no other base runners in the game so far for Manitoba. The 1-2 pitch misses, 2-2.
That was a good leave there by Jonah Norman. It was low.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Jonah Norman trying to reach. and just missing that pitch. It is a full count now to Jonah Norman. If he reaches, it'll be the leadoff hitter, Nolan Chasko.
Yeah, that's again, that was low as well. So Laporte tried to frame it there, but no luck.
There is a hit to second base. Chris McDougall is there for PEI. He's got it and throws over to first to Luke Coughlin to record the out. The inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Manitoba in the third inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We've played 3 innings in the bronze medal game. It's Prince Edward Island 4, Manitoba no score. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV.
On we go.
We go to the fourth inning here. Prince Edward Island coming up to bat in a 4-1 game. The PEI leading this game with a run in the first and 3 runs in the third inning. Manitoba with 1 run in the bottom of the first. We're going to see some defensive changes here. We'll try and keep track of them as we saw Manitoba make some announcements there to the umpires. So we're not fully up to speed on what the changes are yet, but we'll try and keep an eye on it. Nolan Chasko, though, is the pitcher, and he remains in the ball game. And the leadoff hitter for PEI will be Chris McDougall. Second baseman is 0 for 1 in the ball game with a strikeout back in the second inning, and he looks at ball 1.
I think Chasko gets into early trouble here. I think it might be his day could be done.
That ball is hit to third baseman Ethan Giesbrick, throwing on the run, and a nice play there by the infielder. Third baseman getting his man, and it is 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, Grayson Laporte.
Nice play by Giesbrook there to throw it across. Came in, charged the ball, didn't panic, threw a strike over to first base.
I do know that the second baseman for Manitoba now is Callan Grieve, and wow, just as I say his name, he hauls that in for a line out on the first pitch to Grayson Laporte. 2 out already here in the PEI fourth. Callan Grieve, and now at second for Jonah Norman. 2 out, and that'll bring up Declan Campbell. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the second inning.
1 of 5 strikeouts for Nolan Chasko.
PEI 4, Manitoba 1. Bronze medal on the line here at the Ray Carter Cup.
Chasko would like to get out of this inning as many minimal pitches as possible.
That pitch misses. 2 balls and no strikes to Declan Campbell. Chasko's pitch count now at 69. That pitch is inside.
Number 70, I guess, now.
Yeah, we're looking at the flip chart. We're watching across the diamond, and there's a flip chart with the pitch count, and that is number 70. That pitch is in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Declan Campbell. Jersey number 29 for PEI. Again, PEI in the green jerseys, Manitoba in the black jerseys. PEI is the visiting team. That pitch is in there for strike 2, 3-2.
Came back nice after the 3-0 count. Chasko come up back with 2 fastballs, low on the outside corner, both in almost the same spot.
The 3-2 pitch is in there, strike 3 taken. The inning is over. He goes 3-0 to Campbell and then throws 3 straight strikes to get his 6th strikeout of the game. And it's 3 up, 3 down for PEI in the fourth. We've played 3.5 at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa. PEI 4, Manitoba 1. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup. Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Bottom of the fourth coming up here for Manitoba. It'll be Nolan Chasko to lead things off. He was 0 for 1 in the ball game. Manitoba with 1 run on 1 hit, and it was a big one. Connor Geekie with an inside the park home run in the first inning, but he is the only Manitoba batter to reach base so far in this game.
Yeah, and he crushed the ball. So, again, Huggins is using his outfield really well today with six of the 9 outs by fly balls.
Of course, Manitoba would love to see Chasko and or Lagasse, the first 2 batters of the inning, get on base, with Geekie scheduled to come up here as the 3rd hitter in this inning. And if he can get another, if he can hit another ball, it helps you have runners on base. It's home runs are nice, but it's nice to have runners on base as well.
Yeah, Geekie's hot right now, so if they can get anybody on before him, there's the start of with a single for Chasko.
Chasko is on with a base hit to left center. Solid base wrap there for the Manitoba pitcher, and a runner on first with nobody out, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Cedric Lagasse.
See what Lagasse. We'll see what Manitoba decides to do here. Again, do we playing for a big inning, or are we trying to get at least 1 run here? We'll all determine whether Lagasse's going to lay down a bunt here, or he's just going to get a hit.
Takes the first pitch from Colby Huggan. It's outside, 1-0. 1-0 to Cedric Lagasse. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game, struck out looking in the first inning. Nolan Chasko is the runner at first. That ball is hit to left field. It's going to be playable, though, for Dylan Thiessen. He's got it for the first out. And that will chase Chasko back to first.
That was funny. Another fly ball.
Yeah.
Go figure.
There have been 2 to left, 3 to center, and 2 to right. A lot of balls in play to the outfield, but the outfielders have been equal to the task, other than the inside the park home run for Connor Geekie. And here's Connor Geekie at the plate with a runner on first. Runner goes. Ball is into the dirt.
He might go to third. Might go to third on this.
No, he doesn't. He holds up at second base. So it's a wild pitch, but yes, he was running with the pitch. So
still, I would still classify as a wild pitch, though, because you can. I guess the assumption is if he caught it, he's still going to probably make a throw down there. So
Nolan Chasko now in scoring position for Manitoba. That ball is very high from Colby Huggan. 2 balls and no strikes. A chance for Manitoba to get something back here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They are the home team, trailing this game 4-1. That ball is in play to second base. Chris McDougall has it. Will throw over to first for the out. 2 away. Nolan Chasko comes to third.
Well, they got out the big guy with the big hot bat, Geekie. So now they're gonna have to rely on Gunderson here. See if he can drive this run in.
So the EH, number 19, Cody Gunderson, coming up here with a scoring opportunity for his team. Still only in the 4th inning, and any run you can get here to close the gap. Down 3, but if a base hit here would make it a 2-run game, and still lots of baseball to play.
Oh, absolutely, and it's a positive. Anytime you can get a run, it's a good thing for you and on your score sheet there. So let's see what Gunderson can do here for his team.
Looks at strike 1 from Colby Huggan. Huggan with a lot of fly ball outs in this ball game. He has 1 strikeout. He's given up 2 hits. The 0-1 pitch, check swing. The appeal, and he did not go.
No.
I didn't think he went either.
I didn't. No, he held up well there. Good job by Gunderson to hold up on that curveball.
Of course, he wants to knock in that run from third as that pitch is high and away, ball 2. 2-1. Colby Huggan now at 44 pitches in the game. Trying to strand a runner here at third in the bottom of the fourth for Manitoba. Pitch is high and tight. 3-1 now. If Gunderson reaches, it will be Zachary Erb on deck for Manitoba.
The big, tall first baseman for Manitoba.
The 3-1 pitch is popped up.
Went chasing on
Playable. Third baseman Declan Campbell coming in for it. He catches it right on the foul line, and the inning is over. So a missed opportunity for Manitoba here in the fourth inning. They strand a runner and are turned aside, and we've played 4. It is Prince Edward Island 4, Manitoba 1 in the bronze medal game of the Ray Carter Cup. You're watching the live stream of the Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. We go to the fifth inning here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, Ontario. Brian Oliver, Scott Cherwadi bringing you live coverage of this bronze medal game at the Ray Carter Cup 2019 Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. It's a 4-1 lead for PEI as they look to bring home the medal to Prince Edward Island. If they can hold on to a lead here, fifth inning, so 3 innings to play, as Nolan Chasko will continue on the mound for Manitoba. He's gone the distance to this point. He's got 73 pitches, so he can go as many as 95.
He's completed 4 innings now with 73 pitches, roughly, almost 18 pitches an inning there?
Yeah, 18 and a quarter. As the first pitch comes in as a ball to Colby Huggan. Colby Huggan has been is the pitcher for PEI. He's tossed a very nice game so far, just given up 1 run and a couple of hits as a pitcher, but at the plate he is 1 for 1. He singled and scored a run back in the third inning. Count is 2-0. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes to Colby Huggan, the number 10 hitter in the PEI lineup. Leadoff hitter Owen Lynch waits on deck. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1.
Yeah, Chasko doesn't want to you never want to put the leadoff guy on, and especially when you're down.
Pitch is taken there, strike 2. So he works it back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We saw him do this with the last batter of the last inning, getting behind 3-0 and then coming back with 3 strikes.
Yeah.
And that time Huggan wisely takes a cut at that and knocks it away. That looked like it was going to be strike 3 if he didn't swing.
I agree. It definitely was going to be strike 3 there. So good job by Huggan to foul that off and see if he can get something here. No.
That ball is low, and it gets away from the catcher, Reed Dick. He will chase it down. Colby Huggan reaches on a walk, a hard-earned walk. He spoiled the pitch there to stay alive, and he is a leadoff base runner here for PEI in the 5th inning. And it turns the lineup over to Owen Lynch. He's 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out twice looking. Might see a bunt here, perhaps.
You're absolutely reading my mind.
And guess what? He swings
he
away.
Swings and gets a single. Shows you how much we know.
Yeah, absolutely. Hammers it right up the middle for a base hit. No question about that. And he's 1 for 3 in the ball game. And 2 on now for PEI.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I think that's it for Chasko. And I'm going to say, yes, it is, because first and second, nobody out. He's up. I see the pitcher already coming out to replace him, number 19.
And you know what? Last time around in this situation, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters all hit RBI singles, or one hit an RBI double and there were two RBI singles. So the 2, 3, 4 hitters had the hot bat last time around, and that is the end of the line there for Nolan Chasko in this game.
Actually, it isn't number 19 who's coming in. Number 19 has gone in to play shortstop for Cedric Lagacé.
So Lagacé will come on to pitch now. He is number 2.
Cody Gunderson was the AH. Now he's in playing shortstop, and that means Nolan Chasko will still be in the game as the EH.
So no change to the batting order for Manitoba, but it is some defensive changes here as Nolan Chasko leaves the ball game at just under 80 pitches. And Cedric Lagacé will take over, and he will inherit a bit of a hornet's nest here. 2 on and nobody out for PEI in the top of the 5th, and his team already down 4-1.
Yeah, he's got to come in and do the job. He's got to be a stopper here, and hopefully Manitoba can get out of this inning without giving up any runs. Worst case scenario is they actually give up 1 run, but you don't want to get behind. Only a few innings left to go.
In the other game going on right now, it's Clarington Fields, just east of Oshawa, the 5th place, 6th place game between Quebec and the host Oshawa Legionnaires. It is a 7-0 lead for Quebec in that game. They are in the top of the 7th inning. So Quebec looking to claim 5th place in the tournament with a victory in that game if they can hold on to that 7-0 lead. We're ready to go. The batter is Jacob Dunn. Ball gets away from the catcher, but the runners do not advance. So Jacob Dunn comes on here. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He reached on an error back in the 1st, and he hit a double and later scored in the 3rd. A 3-run inning for PEI. Ball is low. Cedric Lagacé missing it. He's behind 2 balls and no strikes to Jacob Dunn. The 2-0 pitch is popped up. Might be playable. Lagacé is trying to field it, and he loses it, and the sun just goes off of his glove. He made a good attempt to get to it. It was, could have been him. It could have been the catcher. It might have been the first baseman, but a tough play. He was running toward the dugout and looking into the sun, and it goes off of his glove.
Yeah, it was a tough play. He came a fair bit of distance there too, but it didn't look like the first baseman or the catcher were going to get it, so he called it right away and almost had it.
2 balls and a strike. Jacob Dunn squares to bunt, takes it back. 3 balls and 1 strike now, as Jacob Dunn gets an extra life here on the pop-up that was not caught.
Yeah, see if that comes back to haunt the Manitoba team.
The 3-1 pitch is hammered to right. It's a base hit past the first baseman. That will advance the runners, but will not score a run, as Colby Huggins stops at 3rd and Owen Lynch stops at 2nd. The bases are loaded, nobody out, and here comes Luke Coughlin.
Yeah, Luke Coughlin had a single last time up and got an RBI with that, and in the 1st inning he reached on a fielder's choice. He scored 2 runs so far. 2 of the 4 runs he scored for PEI right now.
Big situation here for his team. Bases loaded, nobody out. They're up 4-1. Pitch is low from Cedric Lagacé. The infield is in here for Manitoba as they're going to try and cut down anything they can at the plate.
Can't give any runs up here. We've got to see if hopefully they can.
That ball is in the dirt, and Reed Dick is not able to block it. The runners will advance, and coming home to score on a wild pitch is Colby Huggin. 5-1, Prince Edward Island. It's a tough way to give up a run.
Oh, it is. It's not yeah. Anytime you do that wild pitch or pass ball or whatever, it's just not great. Now there's runners. Both runners are in scoring position.
Fouled at the plate. Luke Coughlin will toss the ball back to the catcher, and then the catcher will toss the ball back to the pitcher. And the umpire will clean the plate here, and we'll have a bit of a break for a moment. 2 balls and 1 strike to Luke Coughlin. 2nd and 3rd here for Prince Edward Island. In the top of the 5th, 1 run in, 2 runners in scoring position, and nobody out. 2-1 pitch is hit to second base. They will look the runner back to 3rd. Good job there by the second baseman to save a run and throw out Luke Coughlin. That is the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Greaves at second base now. He made a nice play there.
Callan Grieve making that play at second base. Two runners still in scoring position now with one out, and the batter is Cody McCormick. He is 2 for 2 in the ballgame with a couple of singles. That ball is hit to center field. It is caught, and it looks like it will be a sacrifice fly as the runners advance, and it is a sac fly. Connor Geekie caught it, threw it back into the infield, but too deep and not enough to get Owen Lynch coming home from third base with the 6th run of the game for PEI. It's a 6-1 game, and Jacob Dunn moves to third on that sac fly.
Yeah, it's a tough play there. It was deep enough that I thought he was going to score anyway, so you almost want to kind of hold the runner up at second base if you could and cut it off and keep him at second, but unfortunately the ball went right to the plate.
Ball is in the dirt. Good block there by Reed Dick.
Yeah, excellent block there.
To prevent another run coming in. Jacob Dunn is the base runner at third for Prince Edward Island with 2 out now here in the top of the 5th and 2 runs in a 6-1 game. Lagasse's pitch swung on and missed for strike, 1-1. But as a batter, Cody McCormick with you have runners at runner at third with less than 2 out, hits a fly ball and a sac fly. His team will be very happy with that performance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, again, give up outs. We saw that in the last game. Give up outs to score runs, not a bad thing.
The batter is Caden Doyle. Count is 1-2. And that is lifted to left field. That is going to be caught as it is a line out, rather, as Caden Doyle lines out to the new shortstop, and that is Cody Gunderson. So the inning is over. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was a walk and 1 runner left. We've played 4.5 innings here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, bronze medal game, and it's Prince Edward Island leading Manitoba by a score of 6-1. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up here. Manitoba trailing this bronze medal game to Prince Edward Island, a hot-hitting team, and they've been doing it again in this game. 6 runs on 7 hits for PEI in this game. 1 run on 2 hits in this game so far for Manitoba. They will come up in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the lineup, and it'll be Zach Erb, the first baseman, leading things off. And Zach Erb takes a strike for ball 1. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2 as number 18 for PEI swings and misses. Colby Huggins stays in the ball game for PEI. Starting pitcher still going here. And that pitch is taken for strike 3. Sorry, correction. Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Huggins still got good velocity going here, and he's into the 5th inning here.
Pitch is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Zach Erb.
Good mix. Just the pitch was up a bit. Was a good mix though, because you can get a lot of times you can get the batter to chase that.
Swing and a miss there for strike 3. 1 up and 1 down here for Manitoba in the bottom of the 5th. That is just the 2nd strikeout of the game for Colby Huggan. Ethan Giesbrick, scheduled batter now for Manitoba. Pitch from Huggan misses. Ball 1. Manitoba down 5 here in the bronze medal game. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and they need base runners, and they need them soon. That pitch is low, ball 2. Pitch is high. 3 balls and no strikes to Ethan Giesbrick. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Flied out to left field in the second. That pitch is just above the belt, taken for a strike, 3-1. 55 pitches for Colby Huggan here in the 5th inning. That ball is lifted to center field, should be playable for Owen Lynch. He's got it. Second out of the inning, and another fly ball out for Colby Huggan. There have been a lot of them in this game.
Keep them active out there. The outfielders just camped under the balls, made some nice catches out there when they've had to, but most of them have been very routine fly balls.
So Brady Papineau will bat now for Manitoba. And he will look at the first pitch, a ball above the Manitoba letters on his jersey. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Papineau's hitting for Seawack, they've made that change there.
Yeah, that was one of the defensive changes earlier on in the game that we were not privy to at the outset. Colby Huggan delivers that pitch. It's high, 2-1.
They like to keep us guessing.
Yeah, it's only fair.
Yeah, for sure.
2-1 pitch is high. 3 balls and a strike to Brady Papineau. 2 away here, nobody on for Manitoba, trailing 6-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Huggan's pitch is smacked to center field. That's a base hit for Brady Papineau. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game for Manitoba, and they have a base runner now with 2 away. It'll be Dylan Thiessen.
If Manitoba's got any hope of coming back in this game, it has to start now. They got a runner at first base. Unfortunately, it's 2 out, but good things can happen with 2 out.
Yeah, as long as you don't record the 3rd out, you keep going. We've seen it happen. Pitch taken by Thiessen for strike 1. Dylan is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He flied out to right field to lead off the 3rd inning. Colby Huggan's pitch is chopped high, and it's going to get over the first baseman who was playing in, and that's a base hit, and it's going to score a run as Papineau comes all the way around. He is safe at home with a run, and taking second on the throw is Dylan Thiessen. So it's an RBI single for Dylan Thiessen, and it's now a 6-2 ball game.
Yeah, that was a high hopper. If the first baseman was holding on the runner, and after the runner took off on the pitch, he kind of took a step in, and he was done at that point because the ball high hopped right over his head there and rolled in the right field, which allowed Papineau to score as well.
Runner in scoring position here for Manitoba now with 2 away and a run in. Reed Dick is the batter, the catcher, hoping to cash in another Manitoba run and bring his team a bit closer. He pops it up. Looks like it's playable.
It's going to be a tough play, though.
And it's dropping. Not able to catch it is Jacob Dunn as it came behind the pitcher and in front of the shortstop, and there may be a little bit of defensive confusion there, but the ball dropped in the swirling wind, and that, guess what, it cashes in another run. 2 in all of a sudden now, and it's a 6-3 ball game.
Yeah, they're questioning the umpire on that, and in that case, the umpire can't really do anything. He's got to kind of hold his position, which he did, and he just tried to move a little bit out of the way. The only way the umpire really comes into play on that is if he gets hit by the ball. And if he would have got hit by the ball, it would have been a dead ball. The runner would have still been at first base, but the only difference probably would have been is the runner that scored, Dylan Thiessen, probably would have went back to third base on that play. But there's not much that can happen. It's just one of those plays that happen. We're gonna have a runner now for Reed Dick. Someone's coming off of the Manitoba bench right here, right now, and Reed Dick's going to come out of the game.
He can re-enter later on if as necessary as you can. Replace and then re-enter a player who's come out of the lineup. So the pinch runner will be Riley McBride. And Riley McBride, with another hit, would represent potentially another run for Manitoba as they have struck suddenly here for a couple of runs with 2 out. And it's now a 6-3 game. A little bit closer,
Yeah,
and not out of reach by any stretch.
Manitoba could score runs too, so we'll have to see. It definitely, this run here at first base is really important here because if Manitoba can get that across, make it 6-4 with 2 innings to play.
Callan Grieve will be the batter. Takes a strike from Colby Huggan. He got 2 quick outs here on a strikeout and a flyout, but since then we've had a couple of unusual singles and then a ball dropped, a pop-up that just dropped in behind everybody in the infield for 2 runs for Manitoba. Swing and a miss by Grieve, and the count is 0-2.
And new PEI's got someone ready. Was warming up in the bullpen and ready to go if they want to make a change on Huggins.
Huggins' pitch is hit hard to short. They're going to have to throw it to first, and getting it there in plenty of time is Jacob Dunn to end the inning. But guess what? And it's a whole new ball game right now with 5 complete. Manitoba with 2 runs here in the 5th inning, and it's a 6-3 lead for PEI. You're watching the bronze medal game, live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Going to the top of the 6th inning here, bronze medal game, Ray Carter Cup 2019. A 6-1 game is now suddenly a 6-3 ball game. Prince Edward Island still in front, but Manitoba getting a couple runs back there in the bottom of the 5th inning to make it a closer game, and still 2 innings to play. Cedric Lagacé, who started the game at short for Manitoba, returns to the mound to pitch for his team. He came on the mound back in the 5th inning, and an inning that saw Prince Edward Island score a couple of runs. And looking back on that, that's huge now, because it was 4-1 that made it 6-1, and had they not scored those runs, we'd be in a 1-run ball game right now. Ethan Smith will lead things off here, by the way, for Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, we're at that point now here that right now the good rebound there for Manitoba, scored 2 runs, so hopefully they can shut down PEI here in the top of the 6th and then come back and get on the bats again.
Ethan Smith in the ball game is 0 for 2. He struck out and hit into a fielder's choice. Fouls that away. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. The ball contacted Reed Dick, so the umpire is going to just take a little bit of time here and exchange balls with the pitcher.
Yeah, that courtesy we talked about between the catcher and home plate umpire has been shown all weekend, which is awesome.
Swing and a miss by Ethan Smith, strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh.
That is a strike. The ball gets away, and Ethan Smith is going to reach on a strikeout.
Strikeout, wild pitch. Dick tried to do as much as he could to keep that ball in front of him, and it just couldn't happen. And now we've got number 92 coming in for PEI.
It's Nolan Stewart.
And he's going to run for Smith.
So Nolan Stewart in the ballgame is a pinch runner here, and PEI looking for some insurance as much as it can get here to preserve what is currently a 3-run lead. 6-3 PEI, top of the 6th inning, bronze medal game. They will throw back to first, and Nolan Stewart, who is pinch running for Ethan Smith, is back in. Ethan Smith reached on a strikeout and a wild pitch to lead off this 6th inning for PEI. Lagacé is ready, squares to bunt, takes it back, snap back throw to first, and just back in time is Nolan Stewart. That pitch was low. Chris McDougall, the batter, was looking to bat at it. And was that called a strike?
Yes, he did. They said he went after it.
Oh, so he did go after it. So it wasn't clear to me whether he took it back, but I guess he didn't.
They appealed down the first base ump, and he said he went.
So the count is actually 0-1 here now to the batter.
And he went on that one, too.
Snap back throw again. I think they have him. Oh, wow, real close.
Wow. Umpire's right on Bierman. Bierman is right on it there, but geez, that looked. I guess if we had instant replay, we could criticize all we want, but that was really close at first base.
Snap back throw by Reed Dick down to first baseman Zach Erb, and boy, it sure looked like they had the runner there, Nolan Stewart, but he got back in. Count is 0-2. They'll throw over to first. Again, count on the screen should say no balls and 2 strikes, as there have been 2 bunt attempts here by the batter, Chris McDougall, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Lagacé, and he'll swing and miss at strike 3. First out of the inning. Second strikeout of the inning, but that's the first strikeout that results in an out. And it'll bring up Grayson Laporte. Catching in this game, he is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's popped out to second and lined out to second. Runner at first for Prince Edward Island with 1 away here. They'll check the runner again. Nolan Stewart, the pinch runner, is back in. Pitch taken, strike 1. Cedric Lagacé getting that in there for strike 1. 0-1 to Grayson Laporte. PEI leading this game 6-3. We're in the top of the 6th. Popped up and out of play.
Yeah, out of play. Right back behind us, but well behind us into where cars are parked down the alley there, and where my vehicle is, and hopefully I didn't hear a clunk, so we're all good.
We didn't hear a clunk yet. If it hasn't, maybe it hasn't come down yet.
Oh, that's terrible.
0-2. Ball is put in play to short, and it's going to eat up the shortstop. Ethan Giesbrick at short started the game at third base, had a play on that ball and was hoping for a double play, and the ball hopped on him and went up over his shoulder. Likely going to be scored an error there.
Yeah, unfortunately a bad hop, but what happened with Giesbrick there, he was indecisive on it. The only play he really had on that ball was because it was a slow roller, is to come in and charge it and throw the first base.
The batter is Declan Campbell. Pops it up in the infield. Infield fly rule in effect there. It is caught.
And it was fair.
By Zach Erb. So the batter was out either way because it was a fair ball. But it is the second out of the inning as Declan Campbell goes back. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. And that brings up Colby Huggan. Starting pitcher for PEI. He is 1 for 1 in the ball game. He is singled, he has walked, he's scored a couple of runs.
Yeah, he's contributed both offensively and obviously defensively with his pitching, and he's still in the game, and I expect him to be out to be for in the bottom of the 6th.
First and second here, 2 out. Pitch is high, 2-0. Manitoba, which just scored a couple of runs to make it a 3-run game, cut the deficit from 5 down to 3, looking to keep the deficit right there. Pitch is high to Colby Huggan. 3 balls and no strikes. If Huggan reaches, Owen Lynch, the leadoff hitter, would be coming up. He's on deck. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1 now.
Unfortunately, just got the final in from Clarington Fields. Quebec 7, Oshawa 0 final.
That pitch misses, ball 4. It's a walk to Colby Huggan, and the bases are loaded for Owen Lynch. Of course, not unfortunate for fans in Quebec. They'll be pleased that their team won that game.
Absolutely. Sorry for Oshawa fans that are watching. Good for Quebec, bad for Oshawa. Unfortunately, Oshawa gave up a bunch of runs
So Quebec takes 5th place in the tournament. Oshawa will finish in 6th place in the Ray Carter Cup 2019 version. Here we are playing the bronze medal game. This is for 3rd place and 4th place, and it is a 6-3 lead for PEI. We're in the top of the 6th inning, and PEI looking to extend its lead here. Owen Lynch at the plate with bases loaded. Pitches low and in the dirt. Reed Dick with a nice block there to preserve a run coming in from 3rd. Big pressure situation here for Manitoba. There are 2 out.
Need to shut her down right here, Manitoba.
1-0 pitch is taken, and it's a miss, just low. 2 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put Owen Lynch. He's 1 for 3 in the game with a single and a run scored. 2-0 pitch is high. 3-0 to Owen Lynch.
Legacy's got to come back here and get this batter to preserve, keep the score 6-3 for now.
Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. 3-1. Nolan Stewart, the pinch runner for Ethan Smith, is at 3rd. Grayson Laporte at 2nd. Colby Huggan at 1st. Count is 3-1 to Owen Lynch. That pitch is hit to the 3rd baseman, and he will just go and step on 3rd base for the force out to end the inning. That's a big defensive play there for Manitoba as they keep the game close, 6-3, and they will be coming up to bat in the bottom half of the 6th in just a moment. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. So we go to the home half of the 6th inning. Manitoba coming to bat here, trailing 6-3 in the bronze medal game of the 2019 version of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. Brian Oliver along with Scott Cherwadi. And we have a new pitcher for Prince Edward Island, Colby Huggan, who pitched the first 5 innings, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits, will hand the ball over to number 46, Chris McDougall, who started the game at 2nd base. So Chris McDougall now pitching for PEI.
And it looks like Huggan's gone to 2nd base?
Yeah, it looks like a straight-up switch here as Huggan is now the 2nd baseman. So just a quick straight-up switch defensively for PEI. And Colby Huggan, who did pitch earlier in the tournament, is now letting Chris McDougall try and take it home here and bring a bronze medal to PEI. Couple innings to go, though, and Manitoba scored 2 in the last inning to make a 6-1 game a 6-3 game.
Yeah, they've got 2 more kicks at the can here. This the bottom of the 6th and the 7th, where PEI's just got the top of the 7th to go. And yeah, I think if they'd have any chance, really, I think Manitoba would like to score at least 1, maybe 2 runs here. And coach is coming to talk to the batter.
So McDougall is ready to pitch, and Manitoba looks like it may be in the midst of making some kind of.
Nolan Chasko is due up.
Nolan Chasko, who started as the pitcher, now the EH in the lineup, is the scheduled hitter. He's number 11, and you can see that on your screen. That number looks like number 11. I can't actually see his back from where I am.
It is number 11.
It is 11. Okay,
yeah.
So Nolan Chasko is the batter standing in the batter's box.
Looks like we wanted the.
So Chasko is.
We're still not sure.
He's 1 for 2 in the ball game anyway.
Yeah, and I don't think Manitoba really knows what is going on here because.
Looks like we're going to see some kind of switch here at the very least.
Looks like it. I think Ethan Meinecker, number 7, is the only player that they haven't used in this game so far.
That's correct. That's correct, Scott. They've used Callan Grieve, Alex Klassen, Brady Papineau, and Riley McBride have all come into the game at some point.
So Chasko is going out of the game. And Ethan Meinecker, I believe, is going to be pitch hitting for him.
Ethan Meinecker was the starting pitcher for Manitoba in the semifinal game against Ontario. As we sort things out, I'm not sure why this all didn't happen while the warm-ups were going on.
Not sure. Now we got the number 20 head coach out there to try to hopefully straighten out things. And I think a couple coaches weren't privy of what was going on, maybe possibly here in this situation, and it caused a bit of a delay here. And I think we're on track now. And here comes number
7. It is Ethan Meinecker.
Well, geez, we were right.
Well, it was process of elimination, as you're right. All of the other substitutes on the lineup had been used, so
Yeah.
if there's anybody, it's going to be Ethan Meinecker.
I'm a little confused on what took so long for this, because it was the only option they had.
If they were going to make a switch at all,
Yeah.
that's the only one they could make. Ethan Meinecker will lead things off here against Chris McDougall. He swings at the first pitch, strike one. So we're ready to go here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, Manitoba trailing 6-3 in the bronze medal game. Pitch taken for strike to Ethan Meinecker, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is away and bounces in the dirt and comes right at the camera. And it doesn't look like it moved the camera for us, so that's good.
Yeah, we're all good. Yeah.
There comes
Here comes the ball boy there. Bat boy, ball boy. Extraordinaire we've had this weekend.
the 1-2 pitch taken for strike 3. It's a strikeout looking. Ethan Meinecker is retired. That's the first out of the 6th inning here for Manitoba. And it'll bring up the current pitcher. Started at short. Now pitching, number 2, Cedric Lagacé.
A little confused at that substitution. I know you want to try to get everyone in the ball game and everything like that, but it's not like you're down by a whole bunch of runs. You're down by 3, and Chasko's been one of the key guys though throughout the weekend that's got on base.
That ball is hit to second base. Colby Huggan, the previous pitcher, now at second, throws out the runner. 2 away. So 2 up and 2 down very quickly here for Manitoba in the bottom of the 6th, and it is Connor Geekie. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game, but back in the first inning, he just smashed one to center field. It went over the center fielder's head. He came around all the way to score on an inside the park home run for the first run of the game for Manitoba. He will take that pitch high from Chris McDougall, 1-0. Manitoba in need of base runners and in need of runs. Swing and a miss from Connor Geekie. 1 ball, 1 strike. No base runners at the moment for Manitoba, batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. McDougall's pitch is in play, and that is to Colby Huggan at second, and he can't get it. He drops it. Thought he had it, and I think he would have had a play on Geekie going to first, and he just lost the handle on it, and he's been pitching all game. Maybe just a little fatigue potentially there, but that'll give a base runner and another brief light for Manitoba here in the 6th inning. A runner on first with 2 away, and Cody Gunderson now will come to the plate.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over.
Runner goes. Throw down to second, and Geekie is safe. And now he's going to try for third. Big gamble here. The throw. He is safe at third. Wow, real close play there at third, and an enormous gamble with 2 out. And your team down by 3 runs. He elects to go to third, and the throw from Colby Huggan over to third baseman Declan Campbell, and safely in at third is Connor Geekie.
That was a huge gamble, but Geekie's been hot all weekend, so stay hot.
Pitches outside from McDougall to Cody Gunderson. 2 balls, no strikes. Manitoba with a very important potential run at third base here with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. McDougall's pitch is a base hit. That's going to score a run. That's into the corner, and going around first is Cody Gunderson. He's turning it on for second. It's an RBI double, 6-4. So with 2 outs, just like the last inning, Manitoba striking with 2 on and nobody out, and all of a sudden you've got some scoring action.
Yeah, it's 6-4 now, and the tying run is at the plate.
The tying run is Zach Erb, the first baseman. There's a runner at second with 2 out here. Chris McDougall will fire the first pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 1. So Connor Geekie scoring his second run of the ball game on that RBI double by Cody Gunderson. 6-4 Prince Edward Island. Erb takes that pitch. It just misses the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that was close, but it did, again, one of those pitches that curls around the plate.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's outside. 2-1 to Zach Erb. Cody Gunderson standing at second, again with another potential run for Manitoba. Pitch is fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big signs of life here for Manitoba in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 6-1 game has now become a 6-4 ball game in the bronze medal here at the Ray Carter Cup. Chris McDougall trying to get out of it for PEI. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's in play. It's a chopper to the pitcher. He's got it. He'll fire over to first, and the inning is over. Manitoba, though, with a run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There was a double and an error, and there was 1 runner left on base. We've played 6 here at Kinsman Stadium in Oshawa, Ontario. Prince Edward Island leading the bronze medal game of the Ray Carter Cup, 6-4. You're watching the live stream of the Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. So we go to the 7th inning, a 6-4 lead for Prince Edward Island, the final inning here in the bronze medal game of the Ray Carter Cup 2019. Ball is in play and over to third base. Whipping it over to first base is a nice play there by Manitoba's third baseman, Cody Gunderson, to get Brady Dunn, or Jacob Dunn, correction. Jacob Dunn with the ground out to third, 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the 7th inning.
Nice play by third baseman.
Luke Coughlin is the batter for PEI. He will look at strike 1. Manitoba just trying to keep things close here and have a shot in the bottom of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Coughlin scored 2 runs so far and has an RBI in the game.
Connor Geekie, by the way, is now pitching for Manitoba. He's come in from center field to pitch here in the 7th inning. That pitch is low in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Luke Coughlin in this game is 1 for 3. Pops that foul. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Luke Coughlin 1 for 3. He is singled and scored and reached on a fielder's choice and scored. Pitch is high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. PEI at one point led this game 6-1. It is now 6-4 playing here in the 7th inning. PEI, the visiting team, as that's popped foul again by Coughlin.
Right out onto the street.
Nobody on base here, one away, top of the 7th. Prince Edward Island in their green jerseys, they are the visiting team, so they are batting here in the top of the 7th. Manitoba looking to keep the score 6-4 and then hope for something big to happen in the bottom of the 7th. They did strike for 2 runs in the 5th and 1 moments ago in the 6th to cut that lead down to 6-4. Connor Geeky's pitch is high, 3-2. PEI looking for a base runner here. And as we've said all weekend long, you can never have enough runs in baseball, and there's a walk. A 1-out walk to Luke Coughlin. He's on base now for the 3rd time in the game. And that will bring up scheduled hitter is Cody McCormick. 43, and there he is. Cody McCormack in this game is 2 for 2. Couple of singles. He's knocked in a couple of runs. He's actually knocked in 3 runs. He had a sacrifice fly in the 5th. Cody McCormick, 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and a sac fly. And also pitching in this game now, too, for his team. The 0-1 pitch is hit down the left field line, and it's a foul ball. Just left of the third base line. No question about it from our vantage point that was left.
It was foul.
But
I know PEI parents thought it was fair, but
they wanted that one to be fair because that would have been big trouble. Would have been a chance for Luke Coughlin, who just walked, to come around to third and possibly score. That ball was hit hard, and it was rolling hard down toward the left field corner. Count is 0-2 here to Cody McCormick, who's had a great day at the plate for his team, and a big part of the reason why they are leading 6-4. Knocking in 3 of the 6 runs so far in this game for PEI. Connor Geeky's pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. Strike 3. That's the 2nd out of the inning. The first for Connor Geeky, the new pitcher for Manitoba, and that will bring up Caden Doyle. Caden Doyle in this game is 0 for 2. He does have a walk. Swings and misses at that pitch from Connor Geeky. Luke Coughlin is the runner at first for PEI. Prince Edward Island leading 6-4 here, top of the 7th, 2 away. Runner goes. Ball is in the dirt, throw down to second, and in there with the stolen base is Luke Coughlin. A good pitch for the base runner to go on there.
Good pitch to run on.
Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Doyle. A big insurance run for PEI as the runner bluffs going to third and then goes back to second. So it's 2 balls and a strike now to Caden Doyle. As Prince Edward Island looking to extend a 6-4 lead, and they would love to have that extra run across. Throw back to second. No, they bluffed the throw back to second. And Luke Coughlin is back in standing up. Bit of a distraction here perhaps for Connor Geeky, and let's see what that does to the batter, Caden Doyle. Looking to put a ball in play here. The 2-1 pitch is just misses. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Geeky wanted that pitch. Unfortunately, he didn't get the call he wanted.
3-1 pitch here to Caden Doyle. It is low. Ball 4, and it's a walk. So Caden Doyle goes down to first base, and it's now first and second with 2 away. And the batter will be Nolan Stewart, who came into the game for Ethan Smith earlier as a pinch runner and is now coming to the plate in a big situation for his team. Runners first and second, 2 out. A hit here would be huge for PEI. First pitch misses, ball 1 from Connor Geeky.
Geeky's struggling to find the strike zone here since he's come in. He's been
a couple of walks, yep.
A couple of walks, and he's been fortunate that he just struck out somebody as well.
That pitch misses 2-0.
He's thrown a fair bit of pitches in this this one inning he's come in.
That looks like it's 19 pitches in this inning. The 2-0 pitch is inside, almost hits the batter. 3-0. It goes without saying that Manitoba just cannot afford to give up another run here in this situation. That's high, ball 4. It's a walk, the third walk of the inning, and that advances the base runners. They're loaded now.
There's going to be a visit right now for coach from Manitoba's come in. They've called in the first baseman to go play, to come in to go warm up, I believe it is, which is Zachary Erb has gone to warm up, and
so they're going to try and settle Connor Geekie down. He just needs that one out here to get out of a big jam. Prince Edward Island had the bases loaded last inning and failed to score. Now they have the bases loaded again with 2 out, and the batter will be Chris McDougall. I aired a few seconds ago saying that Cody McCormick was pitching in the ball game. It's not. It's Chris McDougall pitching in the ball game, and he is the batter now. He started the game at second base and is now the pitcher for PEI. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Connor Geekie, and probably his manager just saying, you know, man, just throw strikes here, make them swing, make them put it in play, and let your defense try and make a play. The 0-1 pitch misses, 1-1.
yeah. And Ethan Meinecker has come in to play first base now for Manitoba, as Zachary Erb has gone to the bullpen to warm up, and if we get into any more trouble here.
Ball is lifted to center field. It's going to be trouble, and no, it isn't.
Nice
What
catch.
a great catch.
Nice catch.
Fantastic catch, as it looked like it was going to drop, and the center fielder making the catch. We know it wasn't Connor Geekie. He was, because he came in to pitch, so we'll see who we can find out who caught that ball. But what a great play, and that preserves the score at 6-4. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for Manitoba in the bronze medal game. PEI 6, Manitoba 4. You're watching the live stream broadcast of the Ray Carter Cup Boys Under 15 Baseball Canada Championships on SportsCanada.TV. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Bronze medal game, last chance for Manitoba. Trailing 6-4 to Prince Edward Island. PEI has led for most of the game. They got 1 run in the first. Manitoba tied it in the bottom half. 3 runs for PEI in the third, 2 more in the 5th. And then Manitoba with 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th to make it 6-4.
Well, here it is.
It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in this inning for Manitoba, and Ethan Geisbrick will come up here 0 for 2 in the ball game. Chris McDougall, the pitcher, and we'll see Geisbrick foul that back, strike 1.
Straight back, right out of here. It's right on it. Geisbrick was right on it. He's at 2 fly ball outs today, so he's made some contact, but just haven't been able to get him dropped in.
That ball is hit to the shortstop, gobbled up, and thrown over to first. Good stretch there as Jacob Dunn, the shortstop for Prince Edward Island, makes the first out of the inning, 1 away. And PEI now 2 outs away from a bronze medal at the Ray Carter Cup. Brady Papineau will be the batter for Manitoba. They need a base runner here to bring the tying run up. McDougall's pitch is low, ball 1. Papineau singled and scored in the 5th inning in his sole plate appearance of the game. Swing and a miss there. Strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty strong breeze to left field here. A ball to the outfield is probably going to carry in this strengthening wind. McDougall's pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1. Manitoba looking for a base runner here. They trail by 2. 1 out here in the home half of the 7th. Last chance for Manitoba. That ball is fouled. No play on that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We see a couple of Prince Edward Island flags flying behind the home plate area here. A lot of fans for both teams here, in fact, from Manitoba and PEI, enjoying a great ball game here. McDougall's 2-2 pitch misses.
Yeah, Papineau did a great job laying off that pitch. That would have been really appetizing to take a swing at, but he watched it and he says, I'm not taking that one.
3 balls, 2 strikes. McDougall's pitch is high, ball 4. It's a 1-out walk. Brady Papineau down to first, and now Dylan Thiessen comes to the plate representing the tying run in the ball game. Dylan is 1 for 2 in the game. He's flied out to right. He is singled and scored. That was in the 5th inning when Manitoba scored a couple of runs. A base hit here would make things very, very interesting.
Oh, yes, it would.
McDougall's pitch fouled. 0-1.
A little high. He's got to wait for the ball to come down in the zone there a bit. That was a little up, so that's going to be a hard ball to put in play. So saying that, he needs one down in the zone that he can drive somewhere.
The 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2.
Almost like a sidearm curve there from McDougall. Or McCormick, right? McCormick's pitch.
McDougall.
No, McDougall. Sorry. My bad.
The 0-2 pitch taken, and it just misses for ball 1.
Yeah, it was outside.
PEI was yelling for a strike there. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Dylan Thiessen. Brady Papineau, the runner at first. The 1-2 pitch is a base hit to center field. That is going to advance the runners, and now the tying runs are on for Manitoba here in the bottom of the 7th as Papineau goes up to second, and Dylan Thiessen has a huge hit here. First and second with 1 away, and the batter will be the catcher, Reed Dick.
So the winning run is at the plate.
Yes, that's correct. The winning run is at the plate all of a sudden for Manitoba.
An exciting game we got going here.
First and second, 1 away. PEI looking for a double play. That ball is popped up, and it's not playable.
Right in behind us here.
In fact, it's out of the stadium. Went way back. Reed Dick is behind 0-1. Reed in the game is 1 for 2. The tall left-handed catcher looking for a hit in this situation here to bring his team closer, or at least move the base runners up with 1 out. They will throw back to first, and just getting back in time is Dylan Thiessen. As we've seen that happen a few times in the tournament with runners at first and second. You're not necessarily thinking you're going to check the runner if he can't steal.
Especially if the first baseman's behind you. But they had the play design there to have first baseman come in.
The 0-1 pitch is high for McDougall. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wheels are turning here for Manitoba in the bottom of the 7th, looking to equalize or perhaps walk it off against PEI. PEI looking to hold on for a bronze medal. McDougall's pitch is hit to right field, and it is a foul ball. He made great contact with that, but he was really early on it.
He was right on that, and he just got it. He got it early. He loved it. It was up in the zone where he wanted it, and he drove it. But hard to keep it fair.
So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Reed Dick. Pitch taken, and it misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brady Papineau at second. Dylan Thiessen at first represents the tying run in this ball game.
McDougall tried that sidearm curveball again there to kind of backdoor it again.
McDougall's 2-2 pitch is taken, and it misses. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Same pitch, 2 pitches back to back. One was closer than another, but again, it looks like it curls around the plate. Runners could be on the go.
3-2 pitch. It is lifted to center field. Owen Lynch is under it, and he's got it. He will haul it in for the second out of the inning. That is a huge out for PEI. 2 away. The runners have to hold, and that will bring up Callan Grieve.
We got the PEI coach coming out here to check on McCormick. Or
McDougall. Chris McDougall is the pitcher here for PEI. They are in the green uniforms and having a huddle here on the mound. They are 1 out away from the bronze medal here at the Ray Carter Cup 2019, and the team gives their pitcher a vote of confidence. Is Manitoba threatening here and trying to tie up or perhaps win this ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning? 2 out, 2 on. And Callan Grieve will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Came on for Jonah Norman. Chris McDougall's pitch is swung at and missed for strike 1. Big chance for Callan Grieve here. If he can reach, it would turn the lineup over for Ethan Meinecker, who's on deck.
There on that first pitch there, sorry. He took a cock at it. It was right there.
Pitch misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Callan Grieve.
At some point here, you might see the runners take off, but probably not. But I'm just saying it's a kind of a
swing and a miss, strike 2. Chris McDougall a strike away. PEI a strike away from a bronze medal. Ray Carter Cup. Callan Grieve trying to keep things alive here for Manitoba. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. It gets away. The runners will advance. And now the tying runs are in scoring position.
And the runners were going on that pitch, which, again, I had mentioned that I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to try to get him in the scoring position, and where a single is going to, depending on where the single's hit, but a single is a good chance of scoring 2 runs here.
Grayson Laporte not able to get that. The count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Callan Grieve. Here's the 2-2. It is lifted to left field. It could be trouble. No, the left fielder is in. He's got it. The game is over. Bronze medal for Prince Edward Island at the Ray Carter Cup as they throw their gloves in the air as that ball is caught in left field, and Prince Edward Island holds on to win the bronze medal over Manitoba 6-4. What a finish and what a crazy rally there for Manitoba in the bottom of the 7th as they were rallying from a 6-1 deficit. Got a couple runs back in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and they had the tying runs at 2nd and 3rd. But Callan Grieve ends up flying out to left field. The game ends 6-4 PEI as their team waves to their fans here at Kinsman Stadium. Great ball game, Scott.
Oh, you know what? We shouldn't be surprised because we've seen excellent baseball all weekend, and again, why would the bronze medal game be any different? It was a great effort by both teams, and Manitoba battled back from a 6-1 game and had the tying run at second base. So you can't really ask for much more than that, but it was a great game all around. Some great plays defensively and some guys offensively, and we also saw the first home run of the tournament by Connor Geekie driving one to straightaway center field that went to the wall, and he was just on his horse and ran it around.
As it turns out, the big play in the big inning for PEI in this game ended up being the 5th inning when they scored 2 runs, and that ended up being the difference in the ball game with Colby Huggan walking, Owen Lynch singling, Jacob Dunn singling, and then Cody McCormack hitting a sacrifice fly to bring in a run in that inning. So PEI scored a ton of runs all weekend. I'm very impressed by both of these teams this weekend as they had both had great runs, and congratulations to these baseball players for a great tournament. Connor Geekie will get the player of the game for Manitoba. He hit that home run, as we mentioned, an inside the park home run, and pitched the 7th inning and kept his team close.
Had a good weekend, back-to-back player of the games.
Yeah. And Colby Huggan gets the player of the game for Prince Edward Island, and what a weekend he has had.
Pitched a very strong game here today for PEI. did a great job on the mound, and you know, it's good to see the players. They're congratulating each other, and you know what? Friendships have been made on not only on your own team, but friendships are made with other teams, and you never know when you're going to come across and meet each other again down the road in the baseball world.
Yeah, they give each other big congratulations there on a well-played ball game for each team, and arms around each other as they, in a great gesture of sportsmanship here at Kinsman Stadium, as Prince Edward Island, Manitoba, both walk off as winners.
Just awesome to see. Awesome to see that camaraderie amongst players is the word I'm looking for. And again, what a great game today.
That's really what it's all about, to see the camaraderie, the sportsmanship, and the gestures of tipping your cap to the other team for a game well played. So Connor Geekie of Strathclair, Manitoba, the player of the game, as well as Colby Huggan of Charlottetown for his team, and bronze medal to Prince Edward Island, as they will get those bronze medals later tonight in the closing ceremonies here at Kinsman Stadium, scheduled for approximately 9 o'clock Eastern Time at the conclusion of the gold medal game. So the closing ceremonies will follow that gold medal game, which is still to come here at Kinsman Stadium. It'll be the last game of the tournament, and it will be British Columbia against Ontario, scheduled for 6:30 Eastern Time, just over an hour from now. So they will get the diamond ready for that, and Prince Edward Island will have a chance to bask in the celebration of a tournament well played, and get ready to receive their medals with the silver and gold medalists after tonight's gold medal game here at Kinsman Stadium. Scott, final thoughts?
Well, final thoughts, not only final thoughts, this is my final game.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not in for the gold medal game, as I'm committed to do other things as well. But what a weekend. What a, you know what, I can't say enough. I can say thank yous to so many different people that did a great job. Ken Babcock as a chairperson for this weekend tournament in the last 2 years. And if it wasn't for Mr. Babcock, this event isn't as successful as it has been. He's brought in the volunteers and stayed on top of things, and has done a great job organizing and getting everything. He never let anything go astray. So I thank him to that. I thank all the volunteers. Thanks the great teams and the friendship, and not even, you know what? I barely saw any arguments with umpires this weekend. Barely saw any arguments. There was some plays and stuff, but the coaches and the players did it in a way that was very, I'm going to say, professional and very, very classy. So I like that, and the grounds crew people are out there working. They're doing a great job as well, you know, it just, you can't, and the umpires did a great, it's been a great weekend, and I didn't book the weather to be like this, but the weather's been awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and again, it was an honor again to work with you.
Yes, likewise, Scott.
We've done this 2 years in a row, and unless they call us to go to Alberta, I think this might be the end of our run for a little bit till maybe the next time it comes around to Oshawa, or we'll see how it is. But thank you again for a great weekend, and great, enjoyable, and fun to be able to broadcast the games with you.
Yeah, likewise, Scott. It's a pleasure. It's been a great tournament. We've had a chance to see some great baseball here, and we have a chance to see Prince Edward Island, a team that really had a great run, and you might be able to see them in the distance on the left side of your screen, getting ready for a team picture and holding that Prince Edward Island flag very proudly, as they will bring home a bronze medal from the Ray Carter Cup. So the final score in this game, Prince Edward Island 6, Manitoba 4. So fourth place finish for Manitoba, and the bronze medal to PEI. And as we said, that will leave us with one more game coming up at 6:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific. It'll be Ontario against British Columbia for the gold medal at the 2019 Ray Carter Cup. So that will do it for us here. We will close off for a moment, and we look forward to seeing you again here in an hour's time for the gold medal game at the Ray Carter Cup. For Scott Trewady, thanks again, Scott, for a great job, and hopefully we do this again sometime soon. This is Brian Oliver. Thanks for watching, and good afternoon from Oshawa.